Hey there. This month we're exploring how to tend to the seeds within and foster the virtue of compassion, a quality that can transform your relationships for good from the inside out. Now, here's the thing: compassion is more than just kindness, it's really about holding space for yourself and others when things feel messy and imperfect. Hi there. In case we haven't met, I'm Anne Marie Cheresso, your conscious relationship coach, here to support you to transform your most important relationships for good. If that piques your interest, I'd love for you to subscribe, like, and follow along for more. Okay, so to have truly healthy, fulfilling, intimate, conscious relationships requires the quality of compassion. Now, believe it or not, this compassion game is pretty new to me. I used to believe I was really compassionate, but in truth, I wasn't until I learned to embody it for myself. You see, compassion is not something you generate in the mind, which is where I was practicing compassion. I was thinking about how to do compassionate things. However, it really is an energy that you generate through the heart. For instance, you can do a compassionate thing like be nice to a stranger, but if underneath that you're not feeling the energy of compassion, it won't resonate. So, this month, I'd like to share what I'm learning lately about the power of self compassion. First, what is compassion? Compassion is the ability to be with suffering non judgmentally. The key is it's not about fixing or rescuing or changing the suffering. It's about holding space for someone else's experience, even when it's uncomfortable or messy. So, why is it so important in your relationships? Because when compassion is present in your relationship, it creates a safe space for authenticity and vulnerability. It softens conflict, it reduces defensiveness, invites connection, all during challenging moments. And studies show that practicing compassion increases feelings of trust, reduces stress, and let's not forget the ripple effect. When you approach someone with compassion, they're more likely to mirror it back to you and others. Now, compassion's not always about agreeing or letting things slide. It is about understanding where someone is coming from, even when they don't show your perspective. In short, without it, we can't create true safety, true intimacy, true trust, and authentic connection in our relationships. Now, I want to pause for a brief moment and explain what I mean when I talk about authentic connection. Because we talk about this desire to be authentically connected to one another all the time, yet I see how we make this a mental concept. In other words, we think about what it means to be authentically connected. However, authentic connection starts with the heart. When I talk about connecting to another person authentically, I mean we are connecting to the core of the other, heart to heart, not head to heart or head to head, where most of us are doing connecting most of the time because we've been conditioned to communicate and connect through the intellect. The heart is your feeling center and the head is your thinking center, right? So to connect with your heart, you must be able to feel the emotions within. The challenge is, as we human beings are, we're hardwired to protect ourselves and always looking out for danger, which to the limbic brain might mean discomfort of difficult emotions. So to stay safe when uncomfortable emotions come forward through the heart, we create barriers in the form of thoughts to stop feeling those uncomfortable feelings. The problem is that these barriers keep everything out, even the good stuff. The head leads the way and interferes with our ability to feel in our heart. So, in order to connect authentically, heart to heart with one another, beyond the barriers of the intellect of the thinking mind, you first must be able to connect with your own heart. So, how do you cultivate true compassion within? You start with yourself. I always say you cannot offer something to someone you do not have yourself, because if you don't know how to offer yourself compassion or be compassionate with yourself, there's no way you can authentically be compassionate with others. Because true compassion, like any authentic virtue, is an inside job. Compassion is a quality of your beingness. It comes with the package of being you. You're born to be a compassionate being. So, to cultivate authentic compassion simply means to tap into the truth of who you are beyond the barriers of the egoic mind and to access your true nature. So, how do you actually put it into practice? You must go through a series of doorways to get back to the core of your authentic heart. This space always starts with awareness. So, step one, you first must be able to know the difference between embodying compassion versus thinking about compassion, because compassion is not a thought, it's an energy and a way of being. When you are connected to your true nature within, compassion naturally overflows from the inside out. So you can think about doing the compassionate things, but embodying compassion requires presence and connection to an open heart. When you're embodying compassion, it's less about what you say or do and more about the presence you bring. It's about truly opening to your heart, to the moment, and meeting yourself and others with acceptance, with understanding, and with care. And by practicing awareness and stepping into the energy of compassion, you build more trust, create deeper, more authentic connections, and ultimately transform your relationships for good. Okay, so this month I've created a lineup of content to help you integrate more compassion into your relationships in your life. Next week, be on the lookout for my compassion meditation, a guided practice to help you tap into the vibration of compassion so that you can stay grounded, centered during the most challenging interactions. On the blog, I share a personal story about how compassion transformed one of my toughest relationships and taught me how to lead with my heart. And I've got a worksheet coming to help you apply compassion in real time. And don't forget, on February 4th, I'll be hosting a free live coaching and Q&A session. This is your chance to explore compassion in your unique relationships and get real-time support. As we wrap up today, I'd like to leave you with this one question. Where in your relationships or within yourself are you being called to show more compassion? Take a moment to reflect on this. And if you feel inspired to share your thoughts below, I'd love to hear from you. And if this resonates for you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the upcoming meditation, blog, and worksheet this month. Together, let's make compassion the foundation of all our relationships. I'll see you soon, and here's to a month of transforming your relationships for good.